Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask. Last time, we went back to the past again. We saw the more of Angela and Randall and Layton's friendship, and Randall be fucking shit up. I'll just leave it at that. Now we're gonna be back with Layton again. Story so far. The masked gentleman turns up in the plaza and causes several people in the crowd to float into the air and vanish. The police storm the plaza and take Dawson into custody. Can they be certain that he is a mastermind? Why does it just not recap the fucking past? Chapter 5, On the Gentleman's Trail.
After finding the truth behind the masked gentleman's past miracles, we went to the Gallery Plaza.
Good for you.
There, we witnessed innocent bystanders being lifted into the air before they disappeared. Within minutes, the police arrested Alphonse Dalston on suspicion of aiding the masked gentleman. Could it be that he was the mastermind behind this series of incidents?
Mayhaps.
As dawn broke on our third day in Montedor, I wondered, had we come any closer to the truth?
Good morning, Luke. Did you sleep well? We'll be setting out shortly to begin today's investigations. Okay, I'm awake. Morning, sleepyhead. Did you have a good lie-in? You're out for the count? So I helped myself to your breakfast. What? How could you? Oh, Emmy was just teasing Luke. Now, before we head out, let's summarize our plans for today. Right. Today's miracle is supposed to take place in Tingley Town. Tingley Town? Let's hope it lives up to its name. It sounds so exciting. No, it doesn't. I mean, people might be in danger. It's not appropriate to be excited. Very responsible of you, Luke. Wait, don't tell me you're afraid. Afraid? Not at all. I'm sure today's the day we'll catch the masked gentleman and foil his plans. That's the spirit, Luke. We must clear up the issue with Dalston first. This issue with Dalston as well. I am certain of his innocence. Let's head to the City Hall first and hear what the police have to say. The City Hall is north of the Lidoa's mansion, isn't it? Let's get a move on. Only one is sent to her. I've missed some, and I don't know where the fuck they are. Hold on. No, I don't know how to fucking get them now. Okay, let me... Episode? What episode did I get? What? The Layton Secret. Riverside Cottage is always full of good cheer, however much the Laytons bicker during the day. They resolve any tensions with a little chat before bed. Phew, I'm exhausted. I think we'll go to bed now, Ma. What? At this time? That's unusually sensible of you. It feels as if I've been running around all day. First I was looking for Paul, then I was dragged around by Randall. Well, try not to fall into bed with all your clothes on this time, will you? Yes, Ma, all right. I'm a big boy now. Good night. Sweet dreams, dear. Good night, son. So, what was that all about then? Don't pretend you didn't know what I mean. Don't know what I mean. Those men in black suits asking after Herschel. Who are they really? What's going on, Roland? What were they doing coming all the way out here to Stansbury? They told me they were just a team of archaeologists who wanted to see Norwell. Come off it. Those men haven't been near Digside in their lives. Well, that's what they said. I could hardly accuse them of lying, could I? And before you ask, I don't know why they wanted to see Herschel, or why they gave up when I told them he was out. I don't like this. I don't like it one bit. Listen to me, Lucille. Herschel is our boy. He'll be fine. He is still young, but I suppose he does have a solid head on his shoulders, just like his father. And his heart is in the right place too, thanks to his mother. He'll be alright. Let's leave it at that. It's nearly bedtime anyhow. How about a mug of cocoa, with a little cream on top? Didn't you have 2 helpings of pudding? Well, alright, I'll rip you out the cream if you heat the milk. Okay. Before setting off, now that he has Angela's consent, I don't think anything is going to stop Randall from following his foolhardy dreams of archaeological glory, and I'm the muggins who are to accompany him. Well, I suppose he needs somebody to be the voice of reason, and poor Henry's tied up by his duties at Ascot House. Speaking of Henry, he made us an amazing cup of tea when we got back from the Norwell Wall. No wonder Mr. Ascot keeps him close. Quickly, to the City Hall. After levitating members of the crowd and making them vanish into the night sky, the masked gentleman warned us of his next miracle, which is due to take place tonight in Tingley Town. In the meantime, we have Dalston's interrogation to worry about. We must hurry to the City Hall if we are to prove his innocence. It is essential the police stop wasting resources on Dalston and concentrate on the real villain, whoever he may be. Oh, I thought it was gonna... A police officer was doing some target practice one day. The target was divided into sections worth 5, 35, 40, and 75 and 100 points. After 5 shots, his score totaled 100 points. How many times did he manage to shoot each section? Does this imply he can't have hit each 500 points in 5 shots. So let's manage to hit the 75 point section once. There's 25 points to make up. You get 25 points if you hit the 5 point section 5 times. That would be a total of 6 shots. So that's not the answer. Try some other combinations of shots. He could hit 100. Probably realize that it takes more than 5 shots to shots at the target to reach a combined score of 100 points. Is there any way to score a number of points other than by hitting the target? Just because they have survived 5 shots doesn't mean they don't hit the target. In other words, it's possible to score 0 with any... Okay. Well... the answer could be, like, a whole bunch of different things. Couldn't it? 40 plus 35 is 70... no.
How about this? Puzzles are made to be solved.
So 63 puzzles. I'm missing 2 somewhere. go down here first. I just want to see if anything here. Poor Hannibal looks terribly depressed. No wonder being cooped up in this enclosure all the time. He misses Mr. Dalston. He says Mr. Dalston talks to him a lot, even though he can't understand Hannibal at all. Then we have to crack this case quickly. And we can't be having poor Hannibal feeling all alone, can we? You're right. Don't worry. We'll get to the bottom of this. Oh, he says he's got a puzzle for us. Lucky the black cat is back, but this time she only has 7 white kittens with her on the 5x5 board. Both Lucky and the kittens can jump over any kitten that is in a horizontally vertical or diagonally adjacent square. Jumping over a kitten removes that kitten from the grid, but Lucky cannot be jumped over. Okay. I shouldn't jump until the very end. Wait, that didn't give me the thing. Yeah, because you were right next to me. Just move the top kitty down. If you think of down as south, next step is move the kitty nearest Lucky towards northwest. Okay, move the bottom left kitten to the northeast, the top left kitten straight south. There we go. Kind of fucking suck at this game.
And I knew that was right.
I'll come back soon, and Mr. Dalston will be back before you know it. I don't care about this. These aren't my puzzles. I suppose it's not gonna let me go past City Hall. It's gonna stop me there, I would assume. Morden, no, it's you lot again. We met the other night, you know, the night of that serious incident? Yes, you're that one. Good morning to you, Constable. We're still gathering evidence, but now that the mastermind's in custody, I'll be looking forward to some time off. What can I say? Found those suspicious wheel marks, found to be important evidence in the trial. Then the mastermind you refer to would be Alphonse Dalston. Who'd you think I meant? Don't you read the papers? What'd he go and do with that in a town he's got wrapped around his little finger? To us, say being turned to stone. My partner got himself hurt in a stampede when that clown balloon fell down. I was visiting him just earlier. The trip to the hospital. I went to visit my partner in hospital earlier. I got 500 meters from my door, and then I remembered that I wanted to buy him some flowers, so I went back to the flower shop, got the flowers, and then continued towards the hospital. The flower shop was on the straight line between my house and the hospital. 800 meters away from the hospital. Afterwards, I walked straight home on the same road. Gay.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here. A fine puzzle for a gentleman.
The cab says if he cooperates, that'll be the end of this nonsense. If he's right and we put this nut away fast, maybe me and my wife can enjoy a bit of the festival before it ends. Is Mr. Dalston being questioned now? Yeah, if you head down to the city hall, you should be able to hear his sob story. That's very helpful. Thank you for your time. No, don't talk to him again. Heard Alphonse Dalston got arrested, performing miracles without a license, they say. I always thought he was sketchy, but doesn't quite add up. Not a magnate like him. When Knight leaves town, he goes broke. Yes, I'd considered that as well. There is much about the masked gentleman that is still a mystery to me. Well, Professor, you did say that the gentleman is probably wealthy, right? Yes, but I feel certain that our culprit is not Alphonse Dalston. Don't look to the police to figure that out on their own. The detectives, not a smart bunch, couldn't even crack this puzzle. They're fucking dumb. Shit. 67. Language of love. My girlfriend says she's hidden a message for me in our hotel room. And I have to touch two things in order to find it. Apparently there's no way to find it by only touching one thing. Can you help me find it? No. Ah, I see.
I thought about it and... I knew that was right.
Oh, you're a clever one. Thought you might be the type. Miles, you seem pretty well informed about this police business. How do you know so much? Local police. Bunch of loudmouths. Not the first investigation they've botched. Even I've thought about lending them a hand, since this masked gentleman guy is such a dangerous loon. Anyone causing wanton destruction like that, guaranteed to be one selfish individual. The guy claims he can do anything. Think how many problems he could actually solve. All that potential for good. But no, essentially he's engaging in magical vandalism. No better than a thug. Those are harsh words. Though I can't entirely disagree with you. No matter. First caught him, right? Got someone to shoulder the burden, at least. Wrong thing. Welcome, are you finally here to let me dress you up nicely? I'm afraid the answer is still no, but I do appreciate your gracious offer, madam. A shame. Don't think you can waltz out of here without solving a puzzle, though? What the fuck is this? Mr. B, now then, as you know, we're all going to close our shops for 1 day a week. We all have to pick a different day. The other shopkeepers already circled the days they'd be happy with, so it's just me you two left. Mr. A, I hope I'm happy to close on any day me, as long as it's not Sunday. Oh, I'll just close the day before Mr. A then. That's okay, right? In the end, which day did each of the 7 shopkeepers have as their day off? So B can't close on a Sunday. A. I'll close on and do that's not a Sunday. That works, doesn't it?
I believe I have this one. Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
So that erudite air isn't just an act. Still pretty about the clothes. Leaving that aside for the moment, did you hear about the arrest that was made last night? Oh, you mean Alphonse Dalston? That really doesn't sit well with me. I can't imagine what sort of evidence the police think they have against Alphonse. Alright, he's not very good with people, a bit rough around the edges maybe. But his own businesses are suffering too. Isn't it obvious that he's not their man?
I also believe the police are wasting their time interrogating Dalston.
And that may be exactly what the real criminal is going for.
You mean that while everyone is focusing on Dalston, the real culprit is preparing another crime?
Exactly, it just seems as if the police are a little overeager to call this case closed.
I can't go in here.
Is it just me, Professor, or does it smell a bit pungy in here?
Oh, you caught me red-handed there, boy. We're smelling me lunch, a graciously gooey slice of gorgonzola. You eat your lunch here in the gallery. Isn't that bad for the paintings? Hardly. I merely create an artistic experience for the nose as well as the eyes. you're unconvinced by the unparalleled magnificence of pizza, may I suggest you partake in this puzzle? Is another one? Is it another one? Yeah, it's another one of these. Another one? Okay. Right. I don't know what I meant to do. There we go.
I believe I have this one. An excellent puzzle.
This puzzle demonstrates a situation we all have all experienced at one time or another. Life truly does imitate art.
Maybe it would be for the best if the police confiscated all the paintings.
Indeed, even great art can suffer at the mercy of lingering odors like these. Look, the gallery is quiet now because we've just reopened. It has nothing to do with the cheese, I assure you. In fact, I've been thinking about serving pizza to our patrons. Post's minimalist pepperoni should be quite delectable. That's just gonna do that again. Nothing. Damn. Box. No, I'm only missing one, not two. I'm missing one puzzle.
Herschel, lad, did you hear that the police made an arrest?
Yes, they're questioning Dalston right now.
I don't believe it for a minute. I've known that boy most of his life, and he wouldn't hurt a fly.
I'm completely on your side, Gloria. Unfortunately, the police seem quite convinced.
Oh, they are they? Well, I'm going down to the City Hall right this instant to give those twits a piece of my mind.
Calm down, Gloria. Please, my friends and I are gathering evidence that should clear Dalston's name.
Calm down, you say? The only thing that might stop my blood boiling is working on a puzzle. Luckily, I have one right here.
A perilous adventure. This little purple ant wants to cross the sea of pencils to join its red friend. It always walks on top of the pencils and can only go along each pencil once. It's too small to climb up from one pencil onto another. As the situation is now, the ant will not be able to get from its starting point at the blue arrow to its goal at the red arrow. However, by moving with just one colored pencil, you can help it reach the goal. Which colored pencil should you move? Circle your answer. Of course, I can't fucking... No, technically they're all colored. You only need to move that one.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here. That was a challenge, to be sure.
Alright then, that let off some steam. But still, I feel sorry for Alphonse, the poor dear.
Some evidence at the scene appears to point to Dalston, but he isn't the culprit, I'm certain of it.
Of course he's not. You're such a sensible lad, Herschel. If the police don't do their job, we'll just have to take care of it ourselves. We'll keep an eye out for the real criminal.
Can I go inside? Hi, Angela. Anybody in here? No. Okay. And that suspect would be Alphonse Dalston, correct? Spot on, sir. Chief Inspector Sheffield and Detective Moore are grilling him as we speak. You've been cleared, so please go on in. Have we been inside here? Oh no, this is City Hall. Yeah, we have.
Hello, Layton. Well, who would have thought that the mastermind would be one of our most upright citizens? Funny old world. It's beyond me, really it is. But at least we'll have some peace again in our city of miracles. Of course, we do appreciate all the help you've given us in the investigation. Tidy work, first rate. I'm supposed to be cleaning up here, but I can't get this puzzle out of my head. Give us a hand, would you?
No. It's another chess puzzle. You're trying to cut the 6x6 chessboard into 4 sections that are the same shape, are of equal area and each contain 3 pawns. To complicate matters, you want at least one white and one black pawn in every section. Why the fuck did that do that? Oh, what the fuck?
I believe I have this one. An excellent puzzle.
There, I knew a sharp fellow like you would have no trouble with my little chess problem.
Have you heard anything about the investigation from the Chief Inspector? All I heard was that Dalston's our man and we'll find out the whys and wherefores when he's questioned. I'm sure Sheffield would be pleased to have your keen insight on board during the interrogation. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
I heard they made an arrest, but then I remembered it was our police force, so they're bound to have followed it up. Oh, come on. Are they really that bad? Let's just say that this wouldn't be the first false arrest in Montedor. It wouldn't even be the 50th. Last time they got their man, this time pattern was still in style.
A couple of tiles.
No, wait.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here. A fine puzzle for a gentleman.
Hey, Shop. Hey, you solved it. But as I was saying, seems like the police are a bit too quick to make an arrest and call it a day. So Dawson was at the scene of the crime. Well, there was a surprise. So was everyone else. Could have been anyone.
True. We were there as well. It would have been easy to just disappear into the crowd.
If just being there counts as evidence, you could arrest half the city.
Oh no, they're going to arrest me. Fuck. Just want to get rid of the flashing new. It's annoying. Okay. Yeah, nothing is tall enough for that. Not small enough for those. Oh, no. So close. What if I put the hat there? A hat in time. I think that works. Oh wait.
Hmm. So close, too. I can get it there, but I can't get it there. But I can't do that either. Wait. Maybe that could work. Yes. No. Yes. No. Wait. Fuck. So close, too. But I can't put that there. No. Mhm. Okay, what if I replace these two? That just leads to the same issue, doesn't it? Yeah, unless... There. That should work. Yeah. I didn't have to switch the colors around, but we all. Okay, doesn't have anything. Professor Layton, I'm glad you can make it. We're about to continue the interrogation. May we sit in? Please do. The more sets of eyes we have on our suspect, the better our chances of catching him out if he's hiding something. Alright, Dalston. Let's make this quick. Why'd you do it? For crying out loud, it's not me. Shouldn't you be out looking for clues or something instead of harassing me? The old arm innocent there, Tin, eh? You're a tough guy. We know you used a horse-drawn cart in the statue's trick. A racing chariot, to be precise. Found tracks all over the scene. So what was it for? Your getaway? Your accomplices? What was it? Tell us what you did and who helped. The judge might go easy on you. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything. Cut the act, Dalston. We've got a chariot and we found tracks from a chariot plastered all over the scene. I have a chariot, but it's not the only chariot in town. Maybe you should talk to the man who runs the race course. What would I gain by scaring people away from the town? I depend on tourists. Alright, Dalston. We can do it the hard way. We've already spoken to the manager of the race course, and he said he hasn't noticed any of the chariots going missing. Those things aren't cheap. And let me tell you, there's no one else in Monte d'Oro who has a private chariot. We've also got your motive, jealousy. Mrs. Lador rejected your proposal, so you want the revenge on Mr. Lador. You couldn't accept that a former butler got rich and married your woman. Mr. Lador told us all about it. Lador said that? Rotten little. Detective Bloom, can we really say with such certainty that the tracks incriminate Dalston? Well, the fact remains that they belong to a chariot.
and the chariot was used to deposit some deceptively lifelike statues. No doubt the trick relied upon crowd mentality. People quickly turned hysterical. If one person were, say, to feign illness, a crowd would form. This would keep the audience concerned and distracted. Exactly. And during this time, other accomplices could do as they wish, such as wheeling in statues on a cart. With the statues in place, these accomplices could easily start screaming that the people had been turned to stone. Which would trigger panic. The worried crowd promptly forgets about the first afflicted individual and tries to flee. And as they flee, they no doubt see several of these statues, which intensifies their fear. I couldn't have said it better, Professor.
Professor, I'm confused. We didn't see any of the chariots there that night. How can anyone hide those statues in front of all those witnesses? What the fuck where did I get windows from?
We were missing the wood for the trees. There was only one hiding place large enough, and we were all looking at it.
Where was that?
Everything was hidden inside the giant clown balloon.
What? How?
Our minds have a way of establishing an object's presence once we see it. We didn't watch the balloon the whole time.
But we saw the balloon floating. How could the statues have been inside?
The balloons attached to it must have been filled with buoyant gas. I recall the clown came down when they burst. Only an extremely sturdy vehicle could have been used to transport those statues. And Dalston is the chief suspect behind these acts because of his wealth. Correct. None of these stunts would come cheap. Buying props and paying so many accomplices would require a lot of cash. He's got the means and the motive. I think he's our man. No doubt we'll see another appearance from the masked gentleman as long as we have Dalston in custody. I cannot be so sanguine. I'm sorry to hear that, Professor, but from where I'm standing, it looks as though we can just about close this case. And if the gentleman does appear? Well, then we'll have to rethink things. If he does appear, I may approach him directly about this mask of order. Interesting. In the meantime, there are a few things I'd like to look into. I'm curious about these chariots. A quick once-over of the race course might shed some light on a mystery. By all means, let me know if you find any more evidence pertaining to Mr. Dalston. That's not what I'm going to find, but okay. The petrification miracle. The petrification miracle was nothing but an elaborate trick. The perpetrators created a distraction while they placed stone statues all around. With a few panicked shouts, they then convinced the crowd that the statues were real. People turned to stone. All the culprits had to do was place statues, then claim they'd watch them turn to stone. This created panic among the crowd. Any of you have a puzzle? He has a puzzle. What is it, Layton? Don't tell me it's your turn to play bad cop now. Not at all, Dalston. I'm quite certain that you're innocent. Convincing the police, however, is another matter entirely. That's the funny thing about making up your mind. You stop listening to everything else. Hey, you're an archaeology buff, right? See, I've been working on this puzzle while I'm stuck here. Everybody wants me to do the damn puzzles. Rock hard sums. An elite archaeological team unearthed a stone tablet in the remains of an ancient settlement. According to one excited researcher, it's a near-perfect specimen of arithmetic homework from the era. The strange letters represent numbers, while the operators plus, minus, and equal are the same as the ones we used today. Sadly, the bottom right corner of the tablet is broken. What should the missing section be?
I believe I have this one. Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
Doesn't matter if you believe me or not. They'll not release me anytime soon. I still plan to prove your innocence, Dalston. I just need more evidence. In fact, I'm going to look for that now. Can you hold on for a while longer? Look around. Does it look like I've got much choice? Nothing from you either. Hey, Grosky. We'll need more evidence to convince the Chief Inspector. Let's see if we can track down the chariot that was used.
Mr. Dalston mentioned a race course, and the Chief Inspector said he'd already checked with the manager and nothing was missing.
It's still worth investigating. At any rate, perhaps they overlooked something. You never know what you may find unless you try.
I saw the race course on a map back at the hotel. It's just north of here.
Well then, what are we waiting for?
Wow, the race course is huge! You can practically smell all that wagered money in the air.
The dominating entrance to the racecourse.
But I had your bets before climbing these stairs. My heart's racing and I haven't even gone up a step. You can buy a ticket for the chariot race here. Yeah!
They posted the names of the favorite horses up here.
How much is it for a ticket?
No, Luke, no betting. No, you're like 5. Collectible.
Titillating casinos during the day and the drama of a mischievous magical gentleman by night. The city has all. I've only been here a few days, and what an extravaganza it's been. Didn't you hear? The police have a suspect now. Don't you think there might not be any more masked gentlemen? Don't be such a spoils now. I was just Act 1, but the gentleman's still out there. I'm on tender hawks and precipitation. Gosh, you're looking forward to a crime. Absolutely. Life short, enjoy everything it throws at you. I don't know if I feel comfortable enjoying something that scares other people. Your loss, the way I see it, the more you like, the more this amazing town can offer.
Well, I'm glad you're having such a lovely time, miss.
Wow! Everybody's so excited!
Looks like that will last for about another 15 seconds.
There goes my yacht.
What's that?
I would wager that he lost his bet.
It looks as if some of the cards are in use right now, Professor. Well, if that's the case, we could always check the shed where they're stored, right?
Yes, but first we ought to find the person in charge here. Perhaps that fellow over there.
Look at this mess. Why doesn't anyone do something about this? Oh, I think I see a toy bunny in there, just like the ones I remember playing with when I was younger. Another one of these. I love these. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, they all have to be brown. So white again.
I'm going for it. Well, that's that.
That was sweet, Luke. You look past the rubbish to see bunnies. You really have animals on the brain, don't you? Well, they're my friends.
Good day to you, my good sir. I'm Gustav, the manager of this race course. How may I help you?
My name is Layton, and I'm investigating the masked gentleman at the request of Mrs. Bador. Could I ask you some questions?
Only too happy to help, sir. Though I do have one condition. You shall have to solve a puzzle I've recently perfected.
Oh, my goodness, everybody wants me to solve the fucking problems. Ugh. Grand Horse Race. One day, 4 people took part in a racing tournament. First, they held races of two. Then the winners raced against each other, while the losers battled for third. Can you work out the order based on the comments below? A, I won in one round and lost another. I didn't make it to the final. Oh my god, I beat A. If only I hadn't lost B. Okay. So you would have to beat D would have lost.
How about this? Puzzles are made to be solved.
Very smart. Yes.
Outstanding work. Now, what questions did you have?
Do you recall anything unusual happening shortly before the petrification incident?
Anything unusual? No, I'm afraid it's been rather routine here for a while now.
Were any of the carts removed from the track in the last few days?
I don't believe so. Well, to be honest, I have enough duties here that I wouldn't necessarily know those details. But if one was removed, we'll have a record of it somewhere.
We'd like to take a look at one. All of the chariots being raced now.
No, I believe we still have a few sitting in the back of that shed. They're just over there. Please don't mind the smell. Ugh, the smell. These must be the racing chariots, although the chief inspector mentioned.
I can see why the criminal would choose a racing chariot over a regular cart. These look sturdy, good for lugging heavy items. You could transport quite a bit in one of these, Professor.
Let's take a closer look at this one. It's fairly bulky. It would be difficult to remove from the ground without being noticed.
Couldn't the criminal maybe have ridden one out of here?
Unlikely. Riding it would have left tracks, and there don't appear to be any leading off the site.
And you need a horse for starters.
Wait, what's this?
What is it, Professor?
Both of you, take a close look at this. This shit is dirty as fuck. These bolts can be pulled out to take this chariot apart. No doubt these chariots are much easier to transport when disassembled. One could transport the pieces and then reassemble the cart whenever it needed to be used.
So that's how our colonel slipped out without leaving a trail. But how did they do it in the first place? Surely someone would see if you were taking apart the chariots.
Very astute, Luke. Let's ask Gustav a few more questions.
Surely this big cart isn't for racing, is it?
I think that's just for haulage. I wonder what it carries.
You could fit about 4 people on there, I reckon. So the chariots pull those other horses pull those chariots? That's really cool. Up close you can tell they're the real deal.
They appear to be designed to withstand the highest speeds. Gustav, is there ever reason to remove a chariot from the racecourse? Well, occasionally they need maintenance or repair, but that's the only reason for them to leave the grounds. Know your number of each one, and any repair and maintenance orders are signed by the owner, Mr. Lador. Would you like to see our maintenance records? If it's not too much trouble. Certainly. Interesting. You found something? One of the racing chariots was out for maintenance during the statue's incident. It was returned yesterday. Surely you're not suggesting a connection between this cart and the nefarious masked gentleman? I am. Simply one of several possibilities. It's certainly nothing to worry about. Henry signed the repair order. Yes, that's standard procedure. No chariot can be moved from the premises without Mr. Lador's approval. Regrettably, you missed the opportunity to speak to Mr. Lador by mere minutes. Henry was here? Yes, I believe he had just come from the scene of last night's incident. I understand some black cloth was found in the gallery plaza. Apparently, Mr. Lador's donations to the gallery were wrapped in the same kind of cloth. He spoke to the curator about it. Black cloth. Interesting. Thank you, Gustav. You've been most helpful. I believe our next stop should be the Lador residence.
That's right. We still haven't had the chance to speak at length with Mr. Lador. Isn't he bound to be busy, Professor?
Most likely, but I believe he'll make time for us. We are investigating on his wife's behalf, after all.
So a chariot was out for repair during the time the miracle took place. That can't be a coincidence. But you never know, Emmy. We have to consider all the possibilities.
Very true, Luke. We can't confirm anything as fact without decisive evidence. But our visit to the racecourse was still rather fruitful. If nothing else, We now know how the levitation miracle worked.
We do?
Don't you mean the petrification miracle, Professor? No, definitely levitation. I'll explain later. For now, we need to go to the Lador mansion and talk to Henry.
Right, I hope Mr. Lador has time to see us.
Yes, I very much hope so as well. Just want to see something. No, nothing yet? Okay. Angela, we were hoping to speak with Henry. Is he here now?
As a matter of fact, he arrived just a moment ago. Could you wait in the parlor? I'll call him for you.
Thank you. Hey, man.
I assume you still take your tea with milk?
Why, yes. Thank you, Henry.
You're very welcome. I would never ask a servant to wait on an old acquaintance. You may find that a bit strange, but I hope it doesn't make you uncomfortable.
Why, not at all. I must say, Henry, the success and fame you've achieved here in town is quite astounding.
I wouldn't call myself successful. I've just been very lucky.
And with that luck comes success. To what do I owe the honor of this visit? I was hoping you could answer some questions. You're on the Monte d'Or racecourse, correct?
Yes. Why? There's evidence to suggest one of your racing chariots was used in the petrification incident the other day.
Absurd. Those chariots cannot be taken out of the stadium without my written permission. Each one has a serial number that is logged if it is ever removed. Correct. The converse is also true, however. A chariot may be removed given that you have granted permission. What are you implying, Layton?
Seems pretty clear to me, Mr. Lador.
Simply that your log shows that one of the chariots was out there the night of the statue's incident with your approval. The chariot was removed for repairs and returned to the racecourse yesterday. Tracks from those chariots match a set of tracks found at the scene of the crime. Well, that's unsettling. There's more. There are grounds to believe that you were involved in a levitation stunt that occurred last night as well. Layton, you can't be serious. I understand that after the incident with the paintings, you donated a number of works to the gallery. When the masked gentleman appeared to be walking on air, I believe he used a wire stretched across the plaza. Those donations were rather hefty parcels, were they not? Their weight was used to secure the wire. This is ridiculously far-fetched. This is a ridiculously far-fetched notion, Layton. You had all those heavy donations stored on the top floor so that they could be used to keep the wire taut, correct?
Pure conjecture. If you must, continue.
I understand you've already heard about the black cloth found near the gallery. The masked gentleman used devices to lift his accomplices into the air and the black cloth to conceal them. Observers, blinded by neon lights against the night sky, believed the accomplices had simply vanished.
But, Professor, is anyone really capable of performing such an elaborate stunt?
Yes, however, such events would require quite a bit of financing. Henry, unsurprisingly, you and Dalston atop a very short list of suspects with the means at their disposal.
Well, I obviously can't prevent you from suspecting me. I do believe you're forgetting something important.
No one's fortune is more tied to the city than mine. If it collapses, I am ruined. So I've heard. However, the more the masked gentleman appears, the busier Monte d'Or seems to become. Without fail, the masked gentleman's acts have all taken place in large crowds near major tourist attractions. One would expect a city experiencing such chaos to gain a reputation for lawlessness, and criminal activity. Instead, the rumors seem to be focused on the mysterious, charismatic gentleman who performs miracles.
I think anyone hearing such stories would be curious enough to pay Monte d'Or a visit. It piqued my interest, all right.
Precisely. To the average onlooker, the masked gentleman's miracles will look like a particularly grand performance. And as I'm sure you're aware, the number of spectators increases with each subsequent miracle.
Layton, am I hearing you correctly? Are you insinuating that I hired the masked gentleman to boost tourism?
It seems a possibility, yes.
My wife apparently trusts you enough to have summoned you here.
But 18 years ago, you left Randall for dead and ran off to London. I don't trust you.
You betrayed the memory of your friend. Now you have the nerve to make these ludicrous accusations in my own home. I explored every inch of that ancient death trap and nothing but Randall's notes as a guide, out of loyalty to him. You have no right to be here. You dishonor his name.
Henry, let me explain.
Leave, Layton. There is nothing more to discuss.
Very well. We will leave.
But please hear me out about one thing.
It concerns the future of your city. Alphonse Dalston is not the criminal, and it's more than likely the masked gentleman will appear again tonight. If you are telling the truth, then I hope to see you tonight, as well. If so, perhaps we can unravel this together.
I have nothing more to say to you. Angela, please escort our guests out. Of course, Henry. We just got that one, the levitation miracle. To create the illusion of walking in midair, the masked gentleman used wires strung between the gallery and the marquee. His victims were simply accomplices who were lifted up by the balloon-like devices and then cloaked in black cloth.
This was no miracle. The masked gentleman had his henchmen mingle in with the crowd and then gave the signal.
We've nothing more to discuss. How shall I see you out?
I'm sorry, Herschel.
It is I who should apologize. I've obviously upset your husband.
No, don't worry about Henry. He gets emotional sometimes, especially concerning Randall.
Understood. But I also have the feeling that Henry is hiding something.
Oh, I doubt that. Henry is an open book. He always has been.
I'm not so certain you know him as well as you pretend to.
Damn.
I beg your pardon? What do you mean by that, Herschel?
I intended no offense, Angela. All will become clear in time. We will soon get to the bottom of things.
Yes, well... Thank you, Herschel.
You're welcome.
Oh. 2 more mysteries. Henry's suspicious behavior. Henry is clearly hiding something, which he cannot or will not speak about. What could the secret be?
Why does Henry continue to pour money into Monte d'Or, knowing the masked gentleman might strike at any time?
Angela's suspicious behavior. Angela has been acting strangely and she may be hiding something. Could her odd behavior be somehow related to the masked gentleman?
It has certainly been many years since I knew Angela at school. I confess she seems quite a changed person.
Actually, Herschel, there is one secret that I suspect Henry has been keeping. I think he may have found the Mask of Order while he was searching for Randall.
Is that so?
He hasn't said anything about it, but he must have found it. He found the Asran's treasure, after all. I don't know why he would still be hiding it. That's the only thing that can stop the Masked Gentleman.
Yes. Our answer here may lie in finding the Mask of Order. We'll continue our investigation.
Thank you, Herschel. Please let me know at once if you find anything pertaining to the mask.
Professor Layton, I've been looking all over the place for you. What can I do for you, Constable? Would you be so kind as to accompany me to Celebration Boulevard? It's about the Masked Gentleman case. The Masked Gentleman? What is it? Has he appeared again? All I know is that my partner wants to talk to you. He was one of the officers on duty during the statues incident. This case seems to be growing more complicated by the second. Indeed. And this officer is on Celebration Boulevard, you say? That's right, but I'll take you to him. A lot of tourists seem to have trouble telling us apart. Must be the uniforms. Must be. Who'd have thought it, showing the great Professor Layton around the city of miracles. This way, please. No, it's not gonna let us go down that way. Alden? Surprise, surprise! And the surprises do not cease. Oh, breadcrumbs trails of destiny cross before us once again. Nice to see you again, Aldous. Not Alden, Aldous. I keep messing up his name. Good evening. Good evening. Ah, yes, the evening has fallen, and lamentably, so have my spirits. But that air of tears is no longer veils my eyes, now that we meet again. Now that we meet, new warmth courses through me and soothes my heart. Huzzah! Then I'm glad we could be of help. But you must not leave without my gracious gift. I forged this puzzle over 100 nights. Please take it. Okay. You have 2 wooden crates without lids. All the inside dimensions of both crates' length, width, height are 30 centimeters. You have numerous boxes with a length and width of 20 centimeters and a height of 10 centimeters. You want to pack as many of these into the crates as possible. If you use both crates, what's the maximum number of boxes that you can fit at once? There mustn't be any part of the boxes sticking out of the crates. No. No.
I believe I have this one. Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
This is Layton, I expect. He of the intellect that slices through a puzzle like a hot chainsaw through butter. You're too kind, Aldous. Ah, your humility is endearing, but with me unnecessary. I know the reasoning, the wisdom swirling inside your chapeau. You have brightened my evening, and I am certain you will brighten many more. Until we meet again. I was going to say something, but nothing actually seems sufficient. Hi, good sir. Wait, I don't recognize that smell anywhere. A citizen in distress. The city's too big. Can I find a thing? Can I find a thing? Pardon me, sir. I'm Professor Layton. May I be of some assistance? Hey, aye, cheers. That'd be bruh. I just got here, and the place has me fair stumped. The name's Tannenbaum, by the way. What seems to be the trouble? Well, for one thing, this confounded map doesn't make an ounce of sense. Whenever new tourists arrive in town, they are given a map to help them with their sightseeing. Fortunately, the maps have a tendency to fall apart along the folded lines, making it impossible to work out how to get to where they want to go. Show the map to its original condition. I think I did it.
I believe I have this one. Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
Did just nicely. I'm just for this, let me tell you. Wow, the Professor Layton in action really are as good as they say. Lucky we came along, sir. The Professor here is probably the world's greatest authority on puzzle solving. Anyway, wonder how you do it against the lad who was staying at my house. His puzzle uncles too. He treated that lad like my own son, but he went and left a word a few months back. I could not believe it. In fact, I came out hoping to find him, after a bad start, aren't they? Getting me so lost in all. But don't blame yourself, sir. Everyone finds Monty Door bewildering at first. You'll find your feet in no time. I wish you the best of luck in your search. That's awfully kind of ye, and thanks for helping me out with the map. I'll just be getting on my way then. Cheers! Never too busy to help a passerby with his troubles. You're a very kind man, Professor. At this rate, you'll have the mystery of the masked gentleman solved before you can say Bob's your uncle. That will do my utmost to justify your faith in my abilities, Constable. Do you have a puzzle for me? No. Nope, I don't care, I don't care. I don't care. I genuinely do not care. Booby prize. Why are prizes only for winners? This facetious trophy bans convention. Dalston under scrutiny. The rumors have spread like wildfire, as almost everyone in the city seems to know about last night's events. Detective Blumen and Chief Inspector Sheffield claimed that the car track seen near the site of the statues matches chariot owned by Dalston. I had presumed that a cart was involved in the incident, but this is an unexpected twist. The only other chariot of this type are kept at the race course, and they have supposedly been ruled out. Still, I should like to have a closer look at them. Looking at the race course. The race course we came to investigate was bursting with exultant spectators. I must say I had never before witnessed a chariot race such as this. Compared to standard carts, the chariots look quite robust, being one of the ideal choice for handling high speeds, or indeed, heavy loads. But we would need to do a closer inspection to be sure. Perhaps the manager can assist us here. I have spotted a well-groomed gentleman who may well be the person we are looking for. Carte blanche. A racecourse manager, Gustav, was not aware of any chariots leaving the grounds, but he admitted they were not all handled under his supervision. I am confident that examining these chariots will lead us to a whole new truth. We have kindly been granted permission to explore the racecourse grounds as we please, and I intend to make full use of Gustav's generosity. A cart was removed. A full examination revealed the racing chariots to be steadily built and able to support substantial weight. More interestingly still was the fact that each chariot could be deconstructed by removing key bolts, allowing them to be transported easily. The racecourse manager's records show that one chariot was out for maintenance on the day of the petrification incident. The chariots are ultimately Henry's responsibility, so I think we'll have to check the fact with him. Henry is behaving oddly. We've come to the conclusion that a chariot was indeed removed from the racecourse in time for the petrification incident. Furthermore, that such an operation could not have been authorized without Henry's written permission. This is in itself troubling. What there's more, it was Henry who directed the police to arrest Dalston, and he has been at the forefront of every major incident we've witnessed thus far. I fear that Henry is hiding something. Afternoon tea. We paid a visit to the Ladors, and over the tea I openly shared my doubts and suspicions with Henry. Whether he is the mastermind or not, he seems to have been somehow involved in every incident to date, so I had hopes that he might provide some useful information. Unfortunately, he obstinately refused to tell me anything. I only hope I can break through his shell before it's too late. He said, we had just left the doors and were about to head to Tinkleytown when we were stopped in mid-stride by an eager-looking constable. He asked if he could escort us back to Celebration Boulevard, where another officer wanted to talk to us. I agreed readily. We cannot pass up the opportunity to gain more information about the masked gentleman, no matter how insignificant it may seem. Tannenbaum's truck. While scouring the streets for his faster son, Mr. Tannenbaum bumps into one who, like him, shows a rural background. Is it going to be Gloria? I'm fair buckled up to the journey here. Nu then, what was I doing? You know, the city doesn't have desert. Have you all to see what you're looking at? Hello there. Here to see the sights, are you? I'm afraid you're in the wrong quarter. Only houses round here. Actually, I'm looking for somebody. Sorry to bother you, but do you have a hanky? I'm afraid not. Nor do I have much hope of you finding your friend, sad to say. The city's packed tight as an ant colony. By the way, I can't seem to place that accent. Oh, and a nice best you've ever heard of fair curry there across the sand. Goodness, you came all the way from there. Your friend must be very dear to you. Well, I've been looking for her. After the lad like you was buying fresh and blood these past 18 years, almost to the day. But he changed. I had no idea why. But 2 months back, he was off like a rocket. Wanted, brother. I just knew something wasn't right. So I packed the suitcase and here I am. Oh my, it's good of you to come and find him, but you shouldn't stay for long. What was the masked gentleman about? I'm just a daft old man. Not too bothered about my own safety, but if he's gotten himself in trouble... Oh, you poor dear, I have 2 boys myself, so I understand. What's your name? Just Tannenbaum will do fine. And I'm Gloria. I suppose you must feel a bit lost here. I'm from a country village myself, you know, Stansbury. Now, would you like to come around for a cup of tea and some pastries? I couldn't refuse an offer like that, now could I? Still in the case, eh? Sure it's not a waste of time. Police say they've already solved everything. Case closed, right? But while I do respect the police for their diligent efforts, I strongly believe that this time they're quite off the mark. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the gentleman did turn up again. Even with Dawson and Lock and Key. The police don't change their minds easily, and in that solid blast of criminal theatre for that. No. Oh. No. Not gonna let me do anything here, are you? There's nobody in here. Okay. Is it gonna me go up here? No. Yeah, I guess I'll take my break after whatever scene we're about to see. Yada 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 yada. Yes, 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 game, yeah, I know, game. That's funny. I said he'd be waiting right here. I don't see any other officers here at all. Let's look around for a little. We'll look around a little before we give up entirely. Obviously, you're the officer. No. I don't care, 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 I don't care. Oh, that's my partner there. Not sure what he wanted to tell you, but let's find out. Hey, I brought the professor. Marvelous. You know, I've been hoping for a chance to talk to you for ages. Professor? Does it concern the masked gentleman? Yes, I'll never forget that night. Seeing our heroes on horseback is not the pursuit of that dastardly villain. It moved me, sir. Plain moved me. Heroes on horseback? Are you talking about us? Yes, indeed, sir. It was a sight for sore eyes, if so it was. The boys were all so impressed, weren't they? Impressed? I've got to tell you, Professor, meeting you in the flesh after that night is an absolute honour. You flatter me, Constable. If you want to do any more horse riding while you're in town, just let me know. I'll make a course for you. I see. Well, I suppose I might enjoy a little canter. If I ever spared no one during the investigation, that is. Excellent. I'll start working on an obstacle course right away. Now, where can I get some swing axes, I wonder? I'll do my utmost to make sure the course is worthy of your ability, sir. Is that all? Constable, I couldn't help but notice that had nothing to do with the last gentleman. Oh, my apologies. Look on the right side. You end up with a supply of carrots to last you a lifetime. Plods in a pod. Okay, we'll watch that first, I guess. The police under C.I. Sheffield pour blood and sweat into their investigations, but what does Detective Bloom have to say about their identical faces? Oi, Constable! How's patrol I'm working out for you? Constable, well, here's a turn-up for the books. Nothing reporting my end, I'm afraid. You? Not a sausage. I've been up and down the street more times than you can shake the truncheon at. While we're out doing the rounds, the Chief's been having a go at the new blood. I told you. They'd be at each other's throats again, didn't I? No cook will come out of Lyon at Scotland Yard. Iblis, a lot of them. Inspector, the one with the chest there, runs about like a nutter, but never turns up for duty. Ah, you mean that musclehead Krosky? Makes you wonder what he's after in such a hurry, doesn't it? I should have known you two slackers would be here. You're cruising for a bruising with the governor finds out. Wait, Constable! Come on, we ain't got a choice, do we? It doesn't do, seeing as we can't find a blinking lead. I don't think that excuse is going to cut it with the Sarge. Anyway, what are you doing here, Constable? Is our shift over already? You'll be lucky. Now that we've finished our search, our scientists look after you two dunderheads. We've finished the search. You made light work of that, Constable. Did you find any clues? Nothing out of the ordinary. And you know what I think? I think the smashed gentleman of ours really did it. You know, a bona fide miracle. Maybe the mask is a real thing too. Come on. Come off it, Constable. You believe that hocus pocus? People don't just vanish into thin air. Well, we'll find out when we catch him, won't we? Did you see that gentleman with the top hat? They say he'll stop at nothing to solve this case. Oh, him? D.R. Bloom says he's some professor or other. I'm not convinced, bringing civilians into police affairs. I beg your pardon, Constable. I think we need all the help we can get on this one. Shut your gobs. It's D.I. Bloom. Oh, crumbs, we've been rumbled, haven't we? Destroy Salute and Scarper. Quick, like. I'd say everything is under control. If I could only tell who was who. Okay. I'm gonna take my break now. See you all in a jiffy. Okay, I'm back. Still have a puzzle for me? What's that? I think someone's running this way. I wouldn't recommend that, running in the street, especially not with scissors. Did you hear? Something amazing is going on at the Scorpion Casino. I bet it's the masked gentleman. Standy work. Why do you call him the masked gentleman? So weird.
No time to spin. I missed the miracle. Who knows when there'll be another one?
Probably tomorrow.
What do you think, Professor? Is the masked gentleman at that casino?
That's not where the last warden said he would be. But anything is possible, I suppose.
Well, I'm still on duty, so I'll have to go and see what the fuss is about. I shall head to the casino. Oh, and your lad wouldn't be allowed in there normally, but if you plan on going, I'll tell them to make an exception. It's been an honor, Professor. Ma'am? Going by the map, to get to the casino we need to head through the shopping district in Chant Avenue. We should go too. Did I get a positive from here?
Evening. Did I wish you a good evening?
And you're dead? And the same to you.
Thanks, I just love all these colors. As my old man used to say, you can never have too many iridescent light bulbs.
We don't have time to admire the sights. We're on official investigative business. Detective Triton has spoken. We'll entrust you with enough fun for the three of us, Charles.
Oh, I see. That's noble, very noble. Your parents must be proud. Alright, I accept. But it can be hard work fun. Look, I know you're busy, but this will only take a minute of your time. Spare me to this puzzle, would you?
Three clowns. Three clowns are chatting about their three standard pieces of equipment. 1, I keep my hat in the black box and everything else in the yellow box. 2, I keep my drum in the red box and my ball in the green, and my hat in the black. 3, I keep my drum in the green box and everything else in the white box. The clowns have started tidying up for the night, and each of them has put one of their things away into its box. No two clowns put away the same thing. Black and green boxes are empty. Each box contains a ball. Trying to red. Something.
Set him up and knock him down.
No.
I haven't given up yet. Please, allow me. An assistant can solve a puzzle or two.
How was that? Do you feel relaxed?
I actually do. Thanks, Chuckles.
It's amazing what a puzzle can do for you. Half the time people don't stop to think, let alone laugh.
Flocka. Sorry. Was that the race car guy? Racetrack guy?
If we head up through the arcade, we should reach the casino.
It looks lively, doesn't it? Come on, what are we waiting for? Professor, did you see that nervous looking man over there?
Yes, something is going on there.
Oh dear me, how could this happen? What if I'm given a boot? Speaking of which, are my shoes untied? No, I'm wearing loafers. Good. Wait, no. Still loafers. Good. Maybe we should just move on, Professor. No, Emmy, it can't hurt to ask. How do you do? I'm afraid I'm in a rather tight spot at the moment. How far be it to push my troubles onto you, but you know I'm the accountant, don't you? No? Well, I'm Murphy, bookkeeper for both Miss Dawson and the Lenores. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. First, a little background on Monte Door. The city was founded by Henry Lenore, but a big part of its expansion came from competing with Alphonse Dalston. Here's the good part. Getting arrested is not good for business. You see, and Mr. Dalston has taken quite a hit. That's quite the information you've given. That's quite the information you've given us, Murphy. So, Dalston's business interests are at risk. Oh, excuse me, I forget you don't have numbers in your blood. Let me show you an example of domestic business, then. Shopkeepers. A, B, C, D, and E run a baker's, a patisserie, a bookshop, a grocer's, and a cafe. Which person runs each business? A, C, and I both work close to the bakers and that. C and I haven't dropped by the cafe for ages. D and I have never baked bread. Neither A nor B run the bookshop. E and I often visit the cafe and the grocers. C and I both work near the grocers. Okay. C isn't a baker or a cafe. C isn't a baker, patisserie, or a cafe, or the grocer. So, it's either bookshop or... Wait. Oh, yeah, bookshop. Okay. B isn't a baker. D isn't a cafe. Obviously B isn't a bookshop. D isn't the cafe or the grocer. D isn't... Come on. There we go.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here. That was a challenge, to be sure.
So now you understand the complex, beautiful, and valuable economy. As you must know, Miss Villador founded this town in the middle of the desert. This spot we stand on used to be an oasis, the origins of the city, right under our feet. It feels quite central to the whole city. Not to rush you, Murphy, but how about getting to the point?
Quite. To cut a long story short, I love my job, accountancy, books, the lot, fascinating work. Anyway, when Mr. Dalston was arrested, his situation took a nosedive. More than a nosedive, really, a whole face dive. Without healthy competition for Mr. Dalston, Mr. Liddell can just sit back and rake in the profits. What we're dealing with here isn't social or physical damage, it's economic. And that's the worst of all damages. But doesn't Mr. Liddell's business also suffer if the tourists are frightened away? Ah, that would be true. If that were true, you see, everyone seems to be flocking to see these miracles. In fact, in the last month, Mr. Liddell's overall net profits were up. Let's see, adjust the tax lawrence, carry the 5. Isn't that information confidential? Oh no. I've done it again. Yes, it's confidential, but wait, did I actually say anything? Let's just pretend that you never heard that last part. In fact, there never was a last part, which may actually be true. So, in conclusion, what you're trying to say is that Dalston's arrest has led to great profits for Henry Liddell. Exactly so. Was I clear enough? In fact, was I vague enough? I don't want to lose my license, you see. Professor, it seems that Mr. Liddell has both the motive and the means. It certainly appears that way. Let me see, I think there's... no. No, okay. Nothing here. Oh. Okay. The hotel has a different name and different versions. Welcome back, Professor. Professor Layton. I trust you have been sufficiently impressed by the sights of our magnificent city. I forgot his voice. I'm afraid I spent the whole day investigating, so I have yet to properly appreciate Monte Dora. I'm certain you'll have that chance in due time. In the meantime, could I ask you for a small favor? It seems our porters are having trouble keeping up with the luggage for all of our guests. Two porters have to carry 2 pieces of luggage of unknown weight. Each piece weighs a different amount, and they both weigh at least 10 kilograms. The total weight is 40 kilograms or less. Each porter can carry up to 20 kilograms at once. I want to carry both pieces of luggage when we go. I should carry the luggage. Put the luggage on our hands and then ring the bell.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here.
Oh my god.
A fine puzzle for a gentleman.
We're looking at the incidents haven't hurt our business, but I imagine some of the staff wish for a slowdown. Well, I'm certain that you'll solve the case soon and hopefully get to sample the sights of our lovely city. I really hope you can't hear my dog eating. Look at the ceiling! This would make such a pretty shopping arcade. I suppose the roof keeps out the rain. Does it ever rain here? They really have thought of everything, haven't they? God, the nose. The nose is a hint coin. Don't let go of my hand. I may get lost in all the tourists. Casino here, casino there. Isn't there anything else here?
All these people riding the roller coaster of luck and misfortune. If I had a nickel for every time Professor Layton game had a section where you go to the casino, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Ugh, I didn't set aside any money for the trip back home. Well, it couldn't be worse. The bloke next to me left with a small fortune. Bet he'd arrived with a large one. He wasn't happy having a real go at the manager he was, bellowing like some sort of big water buffalo. You can stamp and snort all you want, but no one will listen to you if you've got no chips. Take it from me. I wonder if this is what we heard about, the disturbance at the casino. It doesn't sound as if it's related to the masked gentleman. Do you still want to look into it, Professor? Finding peaceful solutions to potentially violent situations is the duty of every gentleman. Well, if you want to get to the casino, you just keep on straight from here. Once you get to the end of the avenue, you can't miss it, right? Just follow the trail of broken dreams. Thank you for your time. The neon is a bit loud, but it does go well with the build. Got his voice too. Humbug. Everything goes well with gold. I would say artificial light matches your particular charms, Mr. Waltham. An excellent observation, dear girl. And there is a complimentary on your ability to maintain your senses and to face my glittering wealth. I would prefer if you didn't. Yeah, it's not that hard. Sure, still can't expect everyone to appreciate the finer things. I doubt you can even grasp these rules. Puzzle E3, what? Okay, there were other puzzles back there. 3 darts players have just finished a game, with the results as shown. Can you work out how many points each different color section is worth? No 2 sections have the same value, and the values increase the closer to the center. Each one is worth a single digit value of at least 1 point. No. Wait, well... What the fuck? Thank you. I gotta write force like that, so that it doesn't mistake them for
This is
nines.
how it's done. All in a day's work.
Hey, I must say that I'm impressed such lower-class rabble could reason out the basics of such a refined sport. Not that it matters, but my family's actually rather wealthy. Mr. Waltham, money isn't everything. Maybe someday you'll realize that. Spoken like someone who earns an hourly wage. Motherfucker, I'm tenured. I have tenure. It'd be really funny if Layton said that.
That should work, right?
Oh, it's you again! Bonnie, I love Bonnie. Horse racing revisited. The officer who wished to speak to us turned out to have a rather unusual request. He had seen us chase the masked gentleman on horseback and was hoping for another performance. Following this, we learned of what could be a dangerous situation developing at the Scorpion Casino. It isn't the location that the gentleman expressly mentioned, but we can't afford to treat any disturbance in Montana door lightly, so we will make the casino our next destination. Murphy blocks the way. On our way to the casino, we found our path obstructed by a man named Murphy. He poured out details of the widow's and Dalston's financial affairs and pointed out to us that Dalston's arrest and the masked gentleman's miracles are actually profiting Henry. It's concerning news, to say the least. But we have no time to ponder it now. To the casino. Trouble at the casino. From what we've heard on Chance Avenue, the mishap on the Scorpion Casino is not linked to the masked gentleman. Though it may no longer seem like the best use of our time, it goes against my principles to leave any dilemma unsolved. Once we resolve the problem, we will go directly to Stingley Town. Before I do that, though, I have puzzles that need solving. Hey, no one can resist a good festival. Yip yip yippee!
I heartily agree. But should someone your age be here without your parents?
I'm a big boy now. Don't take me at face value. I own this little store here. Because I say so, you're not allowed to leave without buying something.
But that's not how that works. I don't believe we have any such obligation, but you do have an impressive variety here, I must say.
Thanks, I think. Well, can I at least show you a product one of my customers is working on?
This artistic young boy wants to make a stained glass picture based on the legend of King Arthur by sticking bits of colored sheets to the 8-frame window. The sheets used for the sword are going to be yellow, but he wants to design the rest so that none of the other parts are the same color as any adjacent part. What is the minimum number of different colored sheets you will need, including the yellow sheet for the sword parts?
How about this? Let me reconsider that.
What?
Four. There's a minimum number of different colored sheets you'll need, including the yellow.
I believe I have this one. Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
This is homophobic. Definitely. That's the issue.
Good eye, I can't wait to tell my customer. Now your time with me is done. Get out there and have some fun.
It's only been a day since Mr. Dawson was arrested and I'm already lost. I wanted to testify on his behalf, but the police said I must wait for the trial. And then I come home to find a hooligan to smash one of our windows. Mr. Dawson was very particular about repairs. It reminds me of when I was a young man.
What? Oh dear, it seems you've accidentally broken a window while playing near a grand manor. The lady of the house didn't lose her cool, but just told you this. I'd like you to use these 6 colored pieces of tape to cement the window exactly as shown in this drawing. The tape should go on the inside of the window, of course. Drawing shown from the outside as she'd like it. I like it to look from the outside. Now, can you apply the tape to the window so that she's satisfied? It's gotta go on the other side. Wait, no. Fuck. Blue goes there first. And the red, no. Yes. It's orange. Green. Pink. Yellow.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here. A fine puzzle for a gentleman.
Yes, maybe I could do the same for this window. Then I can relax and wait for Mr. Dawson's return. If his innocence is proven, of course. I assure you that we're doing everything in our power to find the real criminal. You don't happen to have any information that might help our investigation, do you? I wish I did. I know very little of Mr. Dawson's daily comings and goings. Maybe you received advance warning from the last gentleman, though. I think it's far more likely that Mr. Lador is responsible for all this. And Mr. Dawson, I know he may not be the most popular in town, but please believe me that I say he's a good man. How did you and Dawson first meet? Well, I did a job, you see, and Mr. Dawson hired me. During my years here, he has always treated me with dignity. I shudder to think what I will do if he goes to prison for this nasty business. With that out of the way, can we do this? This looks like a place. Let's go in and see if we can help. Before that, really? Oh, goodness, the sign really grabs your attention, doesn't it? The entire city's glowing with neon. Strange as it may seem. I happen to have a neon-related puzzle under my hat. Would you like to try it? The sign for the shop has the logo in the middle, surrounded by 8 neon orange lights. 8 orange neon lights. Each light consists of a circle divided into 16 segments, some of which glow blue according to a certain pattern. Can you work out which segments would be lit in the top circle, marked with a question mark? Touch a segment to light it blue, or to turn it off.
Let's see if this is right. I'm the Professor's apprentice.
Good job, Luke. Okay. That was fun. Did you have any more like that one, Professor? Luke, seeing someone so keen on puzzle solving warms my heart. I'll see what I can do. Scorpion Casino. Straight and to the point. Swap. Why is this here? On my... Okay, finally. That Scorpion doesn't look like it takes any nonsense. Sorry. I wouldn't go up against a Scorpion or a casino in the bed. This entire building is a casino? This is the biggest and most famous casino complex in Montenegro. It's like Las Vegas. Are those buildings around it make it look like a theme park? So let me get this straight. You're saying I'm the one who lost, fat and square? Oh, I see, I'm the villain now, aren't I? That's a laugh. The only crook in here's that shitty dealer of yours. Well, have off this, huh? I'll have to ask you to leave now. Tomorrow's another day. That's it. Let's see how calm you feel after I break your smarmy sunglasses. A moment, gentlemen. Let's all settle down and discuss this rationally. Relax, citizen. It's all under control. Why, hello there! While I simply cannot bear the sight of violence, I understand that there will always be conflict in the world. Which is why I suggest we resolve this in the most beautiful form of contest known to humankind, the puzzle battle. I'm listening. Go on then. But mark my words, Mr. Fancy Pants, you ain't got no chance of beating me this time. I'm sure you're correct, and while I dislike confrontations, I find the notion of a puzzle battle quite intriguing. Please, go ahead. Good stuff. Come on, Nark. We ain't got all day. Now, patience is a virtue. Gentlemen, this is a casino. In the casino, you battle with chips. At a glance, these chips may look randomly placed, but they hold each column that deliciously adds up to 15. No, but in the dreadful state of affairs, the rows are bereft of the same exquisite symmetry. We must help these poor and disordered rows, mustn't we? So I ask you this, rearrange the chips so that the columns and rows all add up to the same number. Beautifully balanced. Got that, have you? Move the chips around so each row and each column add up to the same number. Child's play, innit? Yes, I think I understand. Well, whoever can do so in the fewest moves will, of course, be the victor. Just tell me when you're ready to answer. Got it. Well, that was fast, Frankie. Let's see your solution. That's right, watch and learn. Ain't that a picture? You do appear to have solved it. Well, I check. Yes, indeed, every written column add up to 15. Bravo, and I imagine the gentleman now humbly acknowledges defeat. It's true that the conditions of the puzzle have been fulfilled, but... Yeah, they have, so what's your problem?
Simply this, I believe there is a more elegant solution. Whatever do you mean, sir? All the rows and columns are complete. If you're trying to save face, I must say I'm disappointed. Luke, what does this puzzle remind you of?
It looks a lot like a magic square puzzle.
Exactly. Except that, the way it is now, the solution is incomplete.
Right you are, Professor. But the diagonals need to add up to 15 as well.
Oi, no, don't listen to him. This ain't worth it. I just moved the chips exactly like you... Thank you, your asinine comments are delightful. But please, there is no doubt about your victory. Yet I concede, if this gentleman can show me a perfect solution, then you are utterly disqualified. Well then, allow me to demonstrate. What, he has to do it in less moves than me? Or don't count? Understood. I shall complete a magic square by only touching only 2 chips. I don't believe that's possible, but please, by all means, prove me wrong. How'd you know to do that? I have to hand it to you, the thought of pushing chips with the other chips would not have occurred to me. Most inspired. You are very kind. You will see that the rows, columns, and diagonals all add up to 15 now. A completed magic square has a certain beauty, don't you think? I must agree. I must agree. I have no choice but to declare victory for the gentleman. Oh, come on, now, go at it. No, Frankie, try to be a good sport, would you? I think it's best you left now. Oh, fine, okay. But this ain't ever, not by a long shot. That was some skillful arbitration, sir. I hate to add a one-man casino right to Mr. Little's growing list of worries. My pleasure, it was worth it to see such a flawlessly elegant solution laid out before me. Thanks to you as well, sir. I feel I owe you some sort of reward. The name's Drake, by the way, I'm the manager here. Professor Layton. And there was no need for a reward. I'm just merely relieved that we could resolve the situation peacefully. I, on the other hand, would be more than willing to accept a reward for my skilled arbitration. Narcissus, is it? Drop in and see us again sometime. I certainly shall. Don't forget me.
That all kind of felt like one big sham.
No matter. Let's pick up the investigation where we left off.
Look at these slots machines spinning. Makes my head spin.
I too find these gambling devices a little baffling.
They aren't hard to use. You just pull the lever and lose.
Ah, fuck. My apologies for all the fuss before, Professor. Not to worry. I trust everything is running smoothly now. Smooth as milk, thank you. Naturally, we do get our share of upset patrons. Casino security is usually quick to respond. I'm glad we didn't have to escalate the situation to Mr. Lador. Oh, is Henry involved in the day-to-day matters here? He is, and that tireless devotion to the smallest detail is why I respect him. If you don't mind, I'd rather this not get back to Mr. Lador. You have my word. Perfect. Also, I understand that you are very fond of puzzles. Would you accept one as a reward for earlier? It's modeled on a slot machine we have here at the casino. What are the similarities in there? Slot sequence. The numbers on this giant slot machine aren't random. In fact, there's a rule that determines the sequence of numbers that appears every time you activate it. Your task is to work out the rule and predict what 4-digit number will appear next. Be warned, though, you only have 5 chances. Touch the number on the touch screen to make your prediction. When you're ready, touch the orange button to activate the slot machine. I don't know. Three, 1.
How about this? Puzzles are made to be solved.
We were able to whet your intellectual appetite. Indeed, very interesting. I don't believe I've encountered a puzzle quite like that before. I'm sure you must be busy with your investigation, but do take the time to drop by us again. While you're here, perhaps we can arrange for you and your friends to see a show. Glitzy! All the lights make everything look so exciting! Can I have a go on one of the machines? What's the rush, Luke? Are you so eager to spend your life prostitutes? What? But it looks like fun! If your mind is so set on betting your chances, Luke, why not see if you can work out this card game? A dealer at the casino places 10 cards on a table in front of you and says the total value of all the numbers I can reach from you is 45. The total of the numbers you can reach from me is 31. I win. Can you rotate the 2 cards also so that the dealer can have the same score? You and the dealer both can have the same score?
Well, here goes. That's a relief.
What was that? Did it quench your curiosity? Yes, thank you, though I still would have liked to go. I did pressing it or not. These games lure in the tourists with their straightforward rules. I don't really know how to play solitaire. There are people absorbed in the games as we speak. Generous slot machine, you'll hit the jackpot every time, but it won't make you any richer. An elegant solution. The one causing a stir in the casino was none other than Frankie. The confrontational thug we met near the Lador's mansion, and Narcisse, the mediator who stepped in. The casino's manager, Mr. Drake, treated Frankie so unsympathetically as to suggest that such disruptions are quite common. I suspect the situation would have been resolved without our intervention, but Mr. Drake expressed his gratitude nonetheless. Having such a powerful acquaintance on our side is guaranteed to be a great asset. Foreshadowing? Mayhaps. Dear me, I'd completely lost track of time. Let's make our way to Tingleytown as quickly as possible.
Yes, let's. Tingleytown is at the north end of the city, if I recall. Finally, to the fun fair! Hey, the tickets are coated in glitter! They've spent a fair penny on the fun fair's upkeep.
Families get 30% off. Yes, yes, I know what you're thinking. Welcome to the Tingleytown. Fantasy factory for all 5 senses. Whatever the sign says today.
I know you! You're the clown we bumped into after the statues incident!
Yeah, Miyakos. No, the masked gentleman's planning another caper here tonight. Oh, goody. I still have nightmares about the night with the statues. Thinking about them running after me very slowly.
You saw the statues miracle up close, didn't you?
Pardon me, Miyakos. But we were hoping to stop the masked gentleman before he strikes again.
Oh, the horrors, isn't it just... Wait, you catching up, Menace? Put an end to the nightmares? But you can't let your guard down. Alright, how's this? I'll let you in, but only if you've solved at least 50 puzzles. So how many puzzles have you two cracked up to this point? Great, you've proved to yourself your heads are far more than just wearing hats. Feel a whole lot better than letting you in now. About letting you in now. Yeah, take these passes. You can get in for free all week with them. Enjoy your time. And end this reign of terror. Best of luck, but just in case you fail, I'll be running away for the night. Wait, run? No, I'll take the Monte d'Or tram. Get to the racecourse in no time. I'll buy a ticket from that machine over there. Enjoy. Oh, and watch out for the owls too. Clever blatters. Always hooting when you least expect it. He's a strange one. I suppose it's part of a clown's trade. Shimmering Stellar Circus. Tingleytown, the fun fair to the north of Monte d'Or, remains in keeping with the ostentatious style of the city. We spoke to Yuckles, the clown we first met by the stone statues, who was hopeful of our solving the case. In fact, everyone here appears to be in high spirits. Hold on. Okay. Appears to be in high spirits. Seemingly oblivious to the fact that the gentleman will appear tonight. The situation is a little worrying, but for now we shall proceed as planned and conduct an investigation of the area. Shimmering Stellar Circus. The Stellar Circus is all the rage in Monte d'Or these days. Tonight we present you with an exclusive behind-the-scenes glimpse of the carefree troupe. Ah, we've sold out again tonight. The little Stellar Circus has really taken off. We've got our Hannibal to thank for that. He's the real star of the show, isn't that right, you big softy?
Rawr. Putting up those posters was a good idea. No one can tell from the picture that he's a giant teddy bear. That he's just a giant teddy bear. Rawr.
I'm almost out of Hannibal's soft toys. Uncle did a good job with them posters, didn't he?
Ah, I wonder. As far as I can tell, all that twit does is spread ludicrous rumors. Now our success is due to the prowess of our troop and my strict training regimen. Though some of our members pull their weight more than others, Hannibal is worth 100 of those ruddy rodents.
Don't be so hard on the bunnies. They just need a patient and dedicated trainer, that's all. But that young lad will manage to teach his bunny a whole bag of new tricks, you'll see.
Rawr.
Oh, is it time for your pretty buzz, honey? Off we go then. We'd better get you rested before the show.
Rawr.
Hey, boss, did you take a tray of grub? Because it ain't in the food tent.
What? I knew it. That flaming punk was at it again.
I did see him scoffing a bowl of pudding a little while back.
That's it. Next time I see him, the little twit is going to get what's coming to him.
Bungo, my friend. I think that might have been the straw that broke the camel's back.
You should probably hang on to your hat.
Show me where that ass rapscallion is. I'm ready to have at him.
We only just arrived ourselves, Inspector.
I don't see any other police officers in the vicinity. Is anybody else coming?
Well, Sheffield's convinced that Dalston's his man. He gave half the lads a night off. We're also patrolling the city centre. Sheffield may claim to protect the city, but his overconfidence is really putting people in danger. But with or without support from the police, we have to start a search, right, Professor?
Yes, we need to track down the masked gentleman before he's able to act.
Aye, naturally. I've already found the first clue.
On my way in, I spotted a poster that read, "A new spin on the miraculous." That certainly sounds like our theatrical friend.
But what does it mean, Layton?
I'll need to think about that.
There's no time, man. You sit here and think. I'm going to charge around till I knock him over. For the yard. Now that Inspector Koski is occupied, let's consider this clue. A new spin on the miraculous.
There's no shortage of things that spin here. There's the Ferris wheel, the merry-go-round, the teacups.
And don't forget the roller coaster. Those wheels spin rather fast. But should we investigate first?
Seeing as you're so excited, I think it's fair we let you decide, Luke.
Aww. Bonnie! Sorry, big, bright and lad. When did you believe it? A few weeks upon their feet. Yes, I'm sweating inside my own bed. It could do it to each one, but this student does not seem to have a decent barrier. I believe we found our next miracle. The standing length of Mr. Tonabellum's bed. I mean, that's rude. The man just grew it out. The repair you wished. Your aid is splitting me. That's better. It'll be a bit of feast for a miracle, my lackey. Actually, do you can if it's happening? I can make head nor tail of all the rumors. There you are. You lost again? Your mum is. She said I could go on a roller coaster, but when I got off, she was gone. Please don't cry. We'll find her for you. I'm not crying, man. I'm frustrated. Your mum needs to learn to stop getting off on her own. No, that's just. Did your mother give you some instructions in case in case she got lost again? Right, she said I should go on to the pumpkin spinners. Well, nothing seems to be out of the ordinary with the merry-go-round.
A new spin on the miraculous.
Professor, look, a poster!
Oh, well spotted, Luke. It appears to be a puzzle. Merry-go tiles. These cheerful tiles can be put together, so they form horse shapes of 4 different colors. With these 9 tiles, you can make a total of 12 complete, uniformly colored horses within the frame. But at the moment, the colors are all mixed up. Can you rotate the 9 tiles so as to match up all the colors and make 12 horses? I think that's it.
I believe I have this one. An excellent puzzle.
What is it, Professor?
The puzzle is based around merry-go-rounds, horses. I wonder if he's trying to lead us to look more closely at them.
Leave it to me. I'll have a look.
Thank you, Emmy.
Do you think that puzzle is really the work of the masked gentleman?
Well, he certainly is meticulous with his presentation.
I wonder what will happen tonight. Professor, I found this underneath one of the horses.
Fascinating.
Is that a old picture of the Mask of Chaos on it?
Clearly a calling card. I wonder if the masked gentleman left any more around. The roller coaster seems to be just the same as when we went on it earlier.
Perhaps you should have another go on it. No, I mean, I don't think that's necessary. You're not scared, are you, Luke? Not at all. It's just that we should be looking for clues from the masked gentleman, not going on rides. Come to think of it, something did catch my attention while I was watching you go around earlier.
Really? I don't remember anything out of the ordinary.
That panel over there, didn't you see it? I never even noticed. I had my mind on other things. Could it be a message from the masked gentleman?
It may well be. Let's have a closer look. Below the roller coaster lies a stack of see-through panels with red arrows. Originally there were 4 panels, but someone's gone taken one. Given that each arrow points in a different direction, can you tell which panel is missing? Choose from A to D.
I believe I have this one. Solving puzzles is truly a pleasure.
So what does the missing arrow mean?
I imagine it means we should look in that direction. Perhaps under the roller coaster track.
Okay, I'll go have a look. Gosh, Professor, the masked gentleman's really cunning. Imagine planting clues on a ride.
He does seem to relish leading us on his little treasure hunt.
Professor Luke, look what I found.
The Mask of Chaos. There's no doubt it's a message, but this card doesn't tell us very much on its own.
I always get the most nervous when it's still climbing to the top.
It's incredibly fast. Take care that your hat doesn't get blown off.
No, thank you. Last time I wore it, I couldn't stop shaking. Round and round and round. Luke, you look first I got on. Get on. I'll take your picture.
Gentlemen aren't suited to rides like this, I'm afraid. Lame. Layton.
For my darling Grosky, I'd run through fire, swim in an ocean, or even spend the day at the fair. With any luck, this evening we'll start on the Ferris wheel and end with a smooch. Oh, don't mind me, just daydreaming again, you know. I heard that the masked gentleman would be here, so I knew Clamp would be too. But I've lost him in the crowd. Hannah, you need to develop other interests. Maybe knitting, photography, paper mache modeling, anything. You're right, I couldn't knit Clamp dolls, collect snapshots and... I'm surprised there aren't more police here. That younger detective must have gone to check out the hotel.
Really? Which hotel was that?
I'm not sure. I said something about meeting at an inn. Clamp stayed behind though, so we'll be perfectly safe. That daughter of mine is lost again. Told her to wait by the pumpkin spinners if we got separated. She's a bright lass, but she's but she gets distracted by pretty much anything. Balloons, clowns, nuts.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help.
I know, Pat, I couldn't bother you with this again. She'll turn up in a bit, she always does. You seem very neglectful. Suppose if the masked gentleman is meant to show up tonight, I should probably go and find her and make sure she's okay. No, Bonnie, she'll probably see him and run after him and to keep to a secret supervillain there. Maybe you'd fancy having an apprentice. There's the teacup ride. It's kind of a spooky version, isn't it?
Indeed. Far less inviting than your everyday giant teacups. Still, it does set a pleasantly spine-tingling tune for the ride.
There's something funny about those teacups. And it's nothing to do with them looking like pumpkins.
It's probably right we found at fairgrounds everywhere, like spinning teacups. Or something like that, at least. Aren't those pumpkins? Anyway, of these 5 spinning cups, one is not like all the others. Can you find the odd one out?
How about this? Puzzles are made to be solved.
I believe something may be hidden in that pumpkin. There.
Layton's apprentice to the rescue! I'll go and investigate, Professor! I suppose investigating a teacup ride shouldn't be too dangerous.
No, I think he's quite safe.
Professor, do you have an idea what the masked gentleman is planning tonight?
Difficult to say. The fact that he chose such a crowded venue is worrying, though.
Sooner or later, somebody's going to get badly hurt. Professor, I found this cord stuck underneath the seat in the teacup. Good work, Luke. Hey, it's the Mask of Chaos.
It's a message from the masked gentleman. But what could it mean, I wonder? This huge Ferris wheel is perhaps one of the more obvious spins at the fairground.
It's moving a little oddly, isn't it? You're right, Emmy. It looks as if it's coming to a stop bumpily. I wonder if it's broken. What? Oh no, a cable section in this circuit has come loose. Now the Ferris wheel's controls don't work. You have to repair the yellow cable quickly. Fix the circuit by moving the long yellow second. Yeah.
I believe I have this one. An excellent puzzle.
Okay. The Ferris wheel is running normally again. I wonder where the ride operator is though.
Professor, there's a card stuck to the side here. It's got a picture of the Mask of Chaos on it. I knew it. Who does he think he is, endangering those innocent Ferris wheel riders?
It's obviously a token left by the masked gentleman, but it tells us little on its own. Presumably, it's just part of his message.
So that's a fourth card? Hey, Professor, I think we have the whole set now, look.
Yes, they form a map of sorts. I believe the masked gentleman wants us to go to that tower on the top of the hill.
On top of the hill? I see it. According to the guidebook, that's Tingley Tower. It's the control room. Is that where the masked gentleman plans to perform his miracle?
It certainly has a commanding view of the entire park. Layton, a moment if you please.
Hello, Herschel.
Henry, Angela, you came after all.
Herschel, I ask for your help and you deserve our trust. Henry has something to say.
I apologize for my behavior earlier. My responsibility is to my city.
I will do whatever it takes to help you apprehend the masked gentleman. Thank you both. With your help and knowledge of the city, I'm sure we will track him down. I'm just glad we arrived in time. What do you know about his plans for tonight? Do you know where he's hiding? Herschel, please tell me you found something. Yes, I believe we have. We planted a series of clues around the fairground. Really? What sort of clues? He seems to be leading us to Tingley Tower. The park's control room. Well then, what are we waiting for? Wow, this is Tingley Tower. It looks like an exotic palace. If I didn't already know it was a control room, I would have never thought it was I would have thought it was another attraction. This certainly is a fitting location for the masked gentleman's theatrics. I wonder what he's planning. A panic in the middle of a crowded fairground could be catastrophic. We must prevent his next miracle somehow. Right! Professor, look up there! I'm delighted to see you've made it. Tonight's miracle is for the select few who were clever enough to find my clues. Wait. Catch me if you can. Blast! He's disappeared into the control tower. Henry, wait. What exactly is inside the tower? Industrial grade power relays, mostly. All the electricity for the park is routed through the tower. Naturally, we keep it locked so that nobody can... But if he cuts off the power to the rides, he could endanger all the visitors. It doesn't quite seem theatrical enough for the masked gentleman. Still, we should follow him inside. Professor, how are we supposed to find the masked gentleman in the dark? Henry, do you know where the light switches are? No, I've never needed to come in here before. Let's see. Worry not, my esteemed guests. You are the best seats in the house. You'll see in just a moment. Where are you? Show yourself, villain. How dare you threaten my city? Your city, Is that what you think? Although I suppose, yes, this foul pit of greed and tawdry thrills does reflect its creator perfectly. You built the city as a monument to your grotesquely swollen ego. I can't wait to see your face when it's all gone. How dare you! No, Lador. I'm actually helping you. You know, I'm teaching you a valuable lesson in humility. And giving you an exclusive entry to the most miraculous show on Earth. Professor, he's getting away! We must cut off his escape. Hurry, everyone. He's gone? He can't be far. He must have come back this way now. Then the only way to go back is down the hill. Quick, back to the fairground. Hey Luke. Not Luke. Hey Layton. The fairground is empty. Where did everyone go? No, we're too late. Did they just vanish? Impossible. It has to be a trick. Congratulations, you are now members of an exclusive club.
Fairground visitors who still exist. You monster. Why are you doing all this? Why, Henry, I'm doing it for you, so you can understand what it means to have everything you've worked for vanish. After all you've done for me, paying you back in kind is the least I could do. Angela! Henry, help me! Wait, no! Angela! Angela! Professor! He's taken her! We must act quickly. They're gone. I'm sorry, Henry. They went this way. We can still catch them. Calm down, Henry. If the masked gentleman planned to harm Angela, he would have done so already.
Huh? Professor, do you hear that? Something's happening inside the control room. Maybe it's Angela.
Angela, I'm coming. Henry, wait. God damn it. Angela, where are you?
Henry, it's alright, I'm fine.
This was but a small taste of the anguish I will bring you, little appetizer before the banquet. But it will never be enough. Everything I had, you... What are you talking about? Who are you? What have I done to you? Henry, have you no feel for drama? We need a good cliffhanger to build anticipation for the final act. Final act?
What could he mean by that?
I promise it won't disappoint. Believe me when I tell you there will be nothing anticlimactic about this one. And don't worry about getting good seats. You'll be able to see tomorrow's miracle from anywhere in the city. It will be the last and greatest miracle of my illustrious career. No, this ends here. You seem ill-equipped to stop me, Layton. But if you don't, well, there will be casualties. Quite a few of them. In fact, I imagine there won't be an accurate body count for quite some time. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you a fond farewell. What is that lunatic planning?
Henry, what are you just going to do?
I don't know. But it's my duty to protect the city.
Perhaps if you gave him the mask of order like he asked, he would stop all this. It must be among the treasure you found in the ruins, Henry. If you search thoroughly, I'm sure you'll find it.
I can't. That treasure.
Henry, you must stop hiding it. Think of the city.
Angela, I'm not hiding anything. Why would you say that? If I might interject, I don't think it's safe to stay here. We've yet to find out what happened to the people who vanished.
Of course.
Well, the masked gentleman has escaped, once again.
I don't like what he said about being able to see the next miracle from anywhere in the city.
It is rather troubling indeed. Whatever he's planning must be enormous in scale.
Maybe this time everyone in town will disappear, return to the statues, or spontaneously combust.
Perhaps, but I fear it may be something far more real than his trick so far.
What about making everyone in Tingley Town disappear? Was that a trick? We won't know until we find them, I suppose.
What on earth?
Everyone's back. It all looks just as it did before. There's no sign of panic. What is this? Oh, they vanished! We all saw it! What does it mean, Professor?
I wish I knew, Luke. Perhaps this was just another sample of the horror we can expect tomorrow. But why were there 5 of us the only witnesses?
He wanted me to see it.
Yes, Henry. I think you need to tell us everything. Anything that you know. Do you really have no idea who the man under the mask might be? Is there no one you've made enemies with?
No, I don't know. I don't know anyone who could be capable of this.
Why has he gone so far?
I'm going home. I need time to think. I need to construct some sort of plan for that monster's return tomorrow. I'll come too. I'm exhausted.
Good night, both of you. Take care. It's almost as if these fairgoers are unaware that they disappeared.
Nobody looks panicked or even confused. Professor, here comes Inspector Korsky.
Layton, I saw the door and his wife hurrying away from here. Did something happen? Yes, we had another encounter with a masked gentleman. Impossible! I was on the scene. How could I have missed that? Inspector, you've been here at the fairground all evening, is that right? Of course, I've been policing this place within an inch of its life, looking for that masked ne'er-do-well. And there were people around enjoying themselves the whole time. Yes, unless they were only pretending to enjoy themselves, is that it? No, nothing like that. So, you didn't notice anything unusual?
Professor, it sounds as though Inspector Korsky didn't even notice when he and the others disappeared.
I believe you're right, Luke. And I think that's a vital clue. But it's getting late now. Let's go back to the hotel. Inspector, you should know that the masked gentleman threatened us with a finding miracle tomorrow. He said it will be visible from anywhere in the city, so we must prepare for a large-scale event. Please report this to the Chief Inspector. Ask him to post as many officers as he can on the streets. Of course. Until tomorrow, then. For the yard! We'd better get some rest. Let's resume our investigation in the morning.
Something that can be seen from anywhere. What could the masked gentleman be planning? Well, whatever it is, it's going to dwarf everything we've seen up to now.
Thus far, he's used misdirection and simple illusions. But such tricks are hard to pull off on a large scale.
Professor, could he use the power of the mask? Is that what killed Vandal?
No. No, that was my fault. If I'd been a better friend, Randall would still.
There's our last
thing. Mystery. The vanishing miracle. The crowds of visitors in Tingley Town vanished all of a sudden, then reappeared minutes later, apparently oblivious to the whole thing. What could have happened to all those people in the meantime? Well, that the bustling crowds at the fun fair should all suddenly leave seems highly unlikely, to say the least. When we trailed the masked gentleman back through the tower, the crowds at the fun fair were all back again. But how? Despite turning a cold shoulder on us initially, Henry joined us in Tingley Town and seemed willing to offer his help. Angel believes that the Mask of Order could be used to stop the masked gentleman and has told Henry about it.
Alright, well, that's the end of this chapter. Another long-ass chapter. Next one's kind of long, I think, but nowhere near as long as this one in chapter 3. I think it'll be similar length to chapter 1? Maybe, probably, who knows. But it's also going to be another past chapter. Alright. That's the end. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!